Part 55. Fantasy, I'm really not an unparalleled expert. Author, Xuanhuan. Chapter 542. Not long after, Xuanming City had returned to the giant city of Netherworld. What happened? Is there something wrong at the bottom of the river? Xuelushan, Xuemankong, and others all asked nervously. Everything that happened just now was too violent, as if the river of blood in the underworld was about to flow backwards, and the city in the underworld was about to collapse. This kind of situation can only occur when the ancestor takes action against the powerful ones in the divine realm in the battle between demons and gods. It just appeared. Nothing. Xueming Cheng shook his head. Not even the other demon kings knew about the situation under the Nether Blood River. There are so many secrets contained there that sometimes even the people of Xuanming City are frightened and dare not even imagine. The fewer people who know, the better. Ancestor has agreed with our idea. He then spoke and said. However, the so-called Great Ruins realm is not simple. The ancestor suspects that there is danger in that realm. So, the ancestor gave this thing. He took out the stone scale. Seeing this, the other three demon kings were also shocked. This stone scale makes me feel like I dare not look directly at it. Why do I feel like these stone scales fell off from the body of some kind of terrifying creature? If it weren't for the protection of the ancestors' magic power, the wisps of grey mist on these stone scales would probably destroy us. They are all extremely dignified. Ancestor has an order to take this thing to the Great Ruins realm. Or, the entire Great Ruins realm will be destroyed because of this, and we will successfully take over. Either, the powerful men from that realm will come to the Cauldron Star realm, and we need to set up a trap to wait for them. Swimming Chinch spoke word by word, and then said. Send someone immediately to take this object to the Great Ruins realm. At the same time, a meeting of the Demon Clan will be held to inform the Demon Rock Clan and the Demon Dragon Clan that the Demon Soil will be rebuilt soon. They are not the only Blood Demon Ghost Clan in the Cauldron Star realm. The Demon Peng Clan and the Demon Dragon Clan are the giant clans among demons alongside the Blood Demon Ghost Clan. In addition, there are many small demon clans. Now that the Demon Land is about to be rebuilt, it means that a new demon world is about to take shape. The Blood Demon Ghost Clan must determine their status through this conference. Soon, the messengers from the Blood Demon Ghost Clan headed towards the various clans in the Cauldron Star realm. At the same time, a demon lord also carried stone scales and was preparing to go to the Great Ruins realm. Swame, this matter is of great importance, there must be no mistakes. Xueming Cheng solemnly gave instructions. The demon lord took the stone scales and said in a deep voice. Don't worry, demon lord, I will definitely complete the mission. He immediately turned around and left. But at this time, Xuanhuan on the other side waved towards him and said. Blood-browed demon lord, I am Xuanhuan. I wish you a safe journey and ride the waves. He looked sincere. If he didn't know better, he might have thought that he and Xueme were close friends. Xueme feels a little confused, this human race seems to be mentally abnormal. But he didn't think much and set off immediately. Soon, he left the Cauldron Star realm, entered the cold universe, and rushed towards the Great Ruins realm. He had just left, but a dark wind appeared in this space, and many ghosts appeared. Astonishingly, it was Tian and Gijun and others. They were pursuing the aura of the remaining blood and had already found this world, just when the Blood Eyebrow Demon Lord left. A Blood Demon Ghost seems to be heading towards the Great Ruins realm. Tian and Gijun was thinking and suddenly said. Starving Ghost, go. The Starving Ghost nodded immediately and followed quietly behind the Blood Eyebrow Demon Lord. Today's Starving Ghost is already a Ghost Master. In the same realm, he is not afraid of demon masters. Among the stars, a bloody stream of light quickly approached the Degzu star wheel. Finally, the Bloody Eyebrow Demon Lord arrived outside the Great Ruins star wheel. Looking at the world in front of him, a sneer appeared on his face. Destroy this world, and this world will become the riverbed where the blood rivers of the underworld flow. In his hand, a stone scale the size of a human head appeared. He suddenly threw the stone scales towards the great ruins realm. During the throwing process, the ghostly mana wrapped in the stone scales slowly dissipated. A strange grey mist appeared. Then, a mysterious energy swept across the galaxy in an instant. At this moment, the starving ghost who followed secretly was suddenly shocked. That's obviously a weird grey mist. The Great Ruins Realm. In recent times, all living beings have been indulging in the changes in the Great Ruins Realm. The source energy of heaven and earth grows explosively, caves, heavens and blessed places continue to emerge, and the rules of the avenue become more and more dense. The once aloof wandering god-level figures are now appearing everywhere, and true god-level figures can be seen. It is even said that in Xuanhuan family and Muling dynasty, strong men have already proven themselves to be gods, causing a huge sensation. This was completely unimaginable in the former Great Ruins world. And everyone knows that all this. From the Lord of Desolate Heaven. Just as the world is immersed in joy. Today, the world-destroying energy suddenly came from outside the territory. Suddenly, the people were terrified. Countless cultivators raised their eyes to look outside the domain, trembling and crouching in fear. The Qi machine from the past has appeared again. The Yun family in Zhongzhou was in retreat. Yun Yinshan, who had stabilized the realm of gods, opened his eyes and his face was solemn. This kind of Qi machine has appeared once before. People in the Great Ruins realm don't know that time, it was Ao Wushuan who was forced by the Fuxian sect of the Great Fortune Star realm to stab the Great Ruins realm with the Thorn of Disaster. Muling dynasty, Mu Wanking, and others were also shocked. And at this moment, in a small mountain village, everyone who has eaten watermelon is now consolidating their own realm. Almost everyone has reached the realm of gods. Li Fan, on the other hand, was lying lazily under the peach tree to enjoy the shade, thinking about the farming season in his mind. It's already June. After the watermelons are ripe, it's time to prepare to harvest the wheat. Farmers rarely have a leisurely month, but people are even busier in July. At this time, Long Xuanhuan, who was feeding fish by the pond, suddenly looked into the water. I saw golden scales jumping out of the water in the pool. At this moment, Long Xuanhuan clearly saw the dragon shadow shaking the sky, and vaguely, there seemed to be a real dragon roaring. A real dragon, seems angry. Even the peach trees drooped slightly, and the old hen suddenly looked towards the pond. Outside the boundaries of Daegzu, a stone scale flew towards the Great Ruins realm. As the ghostly mana disappeared, strange grey mist continued to emerge on the stone scales, becoming increasingly dense. The strange grey mist seemed to be gathering into a ghost face and about to swallow up the entire Great Ruins realm. But, right now, from the Great Ruins realm, a terrifying golden dragon claw suddenly poked out. When this dragon's claw was revealed, the whole world was frightened, and the stars and rivers trembled, as if the heavens were about to burst, as if all the worlds were about to explode. That dragon claw, one claw grabbed the stone scales wrapped in the strange grey mist. At this moment, there seemed to be a terrifying aura flowing in the dragon's claws, actually refining all the strange grey mist wrapped on the stone scales alive. What is that? The Blood Demon Clan, the Blood Eyebrow Ghost Master responsible for transporting stone scales here, was shocked at this moment. Immediately afterwards, blood and tears flowed from his eyes. His monster body split open, turned into blood, and kept evaporating. No. The Bloody Eyebrow Ghost Lord let out a shrill scream, and he was extremely horrified. Did he see something that could not be seen directly? Death is the price of looking straight. His fear reached the extreme, but in the next moment, he was completely destroyed, leaving only a breath of death. and the powerful dragon claw also grasped the stone scale and disappeared from the galaxy. At this moment, the starving ghost in the dark didn't know when it would appear. He watched the giant golden claws appear and disappear, with a look of horror written on the ghost's face. It's so scary, that Zisun can even refine the weird gray mist. He murmured, feeling extremely shocked. In fact, if it weren't for the words "lucky star" shining high on his forehead radiating light, he would have just looked directly at the appearance of the golden giant claw. He will die too. Forget it, let's get something to calm the panic. The starving ghost waved his hand, and the trace of death left behind by the bloody eyebrow demon lord after his death was immediately swallowed by him. The words "lucky star" shines high on his forehead seemed to be getting brighter and brighter. In the small courtyard, Long Xuanhuan looked at the phantom of the real dragon and felt the wrath of the real dragon. He was shocked to the extreme. What happened? He has never seen a real dragon so angry. The next moment, the real dragon's shadow suddenly disappeared. And in the pond, at some point, a stone scale the size of a fingernail appeared. A group of golden carps are surrounding the stone scale at this moment. When Long Xuanhuan looked at the stone scales, he was suddenly shocked. Are you surprised or surprised? I belong to someone quietly. Scared you to death. Fantasy, I'm really not an unparalleled expert. Author, Xuanhuan. Chapter 543. In the small courtyard. At this moment, everyone looked towards the pond in shock. Just now, did the fish in the pond take action just now? Qing Chen was in a daze. I seem to feel, those real dragons are angry. Du Guyuking also murmured. The fish in the pond is definitely one of the most terrifying creatures in the courtyard, and everyone has almost never seen it take action. In the pond, a group of koi carps are currently surrounding the stone scales. Long Xuanhuan looked at the stone scales and was inexplicably shocked. He actually felt familiar. What's this? Long Xuanhuan subconsciously reached out and fished the stone scale out of the pond. It looked gray, and the strange gray mist attached to the scales had been completely refined by the real dragon. Go and find it, you must find it, my old friend, the leader of the 10 spirits. At this time, an old and majestic voice came into Long Xuanhuan's mind. He subconsciously looked into the pond. This is the voice of a real dragon. These scales, actually come from the true dragon's old friend. The head of the 10 spirits? What a creature that must be. Moreover, I also feel an inexplicable sense of familiarity. Immediately afterwards, Long Xuanhuan was surprised, because he found that the crystal piece on his body glowed. This stone scale comes from a rare animal. He immediately stood up, looked at his master, and said, Master, I found traces of rare animals. Hearing this, Li Fan was a little surprised. Long Xuanhuan raised fish by the pond every day, and could he still find traces of rare animals? However, he didn't think much about it. In any case, this was a good thing. Now we are getting closer and closer to completing the system's mission. There are only 3 species missing from the 9 rare animals. There are only 4 rare plants left among the 9. As long as the collection is completed, you can go one step further. Break through the qi refining period. Li Fan suddenly looked forward to it. Okay, now that I've found it, let's go look for it. Li Fan spoke calmly, looked at Wu Dade next to him, and said, Master, you go too. The main reason is that great virtues can take dogs with them to catch animals and so on. Dog noses are very useful. Okay, Master. Wu Dade immediately stood up and prepared to leave with the big black dog. Before leaving, Long Xuanhuan returned to the pond. In the pond, a piece of golden carp scales floated up. This is the real dragon in the pond, let Long Xuanhuan take it with him. Long Xuanhuan took a deep breath, picked up the scale, put it in his arms, and then left the small mountain village with Wu Dade and Big Black Dog. Dead Dog, what is the rare animal this time? Do you know? After leaving the village, Wu Dade spoke curiously. Even Long Xuanhuan looked at the Big Black Dog. Judging from the stone scales, he couldn't guess what kind of creature it was. Dragon. Python. Fish. But the Big Black Dog's eyes were filled with depth and said, "You will know then." As it spoke, it murmured to itself, "This is a real ruthless person. Sister Tao is the leader of the 10 medicines, and she is the leader of the 10 spirits. No, I am the leader of the 10 spirits. It is second only to me. It should not be dead, it won't die that easily. Walk." The Big Black Dog spoke, and with a swipe of its big paw, the 3 people disappeared from the spot. Appeared outside the great ruins. "Hey, can you find the direction?" Long Xuanhuan spoke. The Big Black Dog sniffed and suddenly looked in a certain direction in the void. There was a flash of dark wind, and the starving ghost suddenly appeared. "My benefactors are attacking me." The starving ghost was very excited. He guessed that there would definitely be movement in the Digza realm, so he waited here. When Wu Dade saw it, he felt relaxed. He was an old man. "Benefactors, I know where that blood demon ghost came from. Come with me." He leads the way directly. Immediately, the group of people headed towards the Cauldron Star realm. And at this moment, there was a huge earthquake in the Cauldron Star realm. The Monster Clan conference is about to be held, and the Demon Land will be rebuilt soon. The news spread from the Blood Demon Ghost Clan throughout the Cauldron Star realm, attracting attention from all directions. The Demon Peng Clan. Huge palaces were built on high mountains. The reconstruction of demonic land, haha, this is really a big event. Since the war between demons and gods, the demon world has been destroyed, and the demon clan has been falling apart for too long. We really need a new demon world to rule the world. In the huge Demon Peng clan palace, a middle-aged man wearing black robes sneered and spoke. "Notify the children of the clan to prepare to participate in the conference. To the east of the Cauldron Star realm, there is a vast ocean. The sea was rough and the waves were flying. The ocean occupies 1/3 of the world's area. On this ocean, there are swarms of shrimps, soldiers, and crabs running rampant, and their auras are very powerful. At the bottom of the sea is a glorious city painted with coral and crystal. This is the holy city of the Demon Dragon. The Demon Dragon clan is one of the giant clans in the demon world. In the past, during the war between demons and gods, the demon world was destroyed and the demon clan was scattered. The Demon Dragon ancestor had 9 sons in total, and they were scattered in 9 places. In this world is the 9th son of the demonic dragon ancestor, Demon Lord Genhai, Ao Genhai. In the center of Demon Dragon City, there is a huge crystal palace. In the crystal palace, a middle-aged man in a golden robe was gently drinking the divine tea. There are 2 purple dragon horns on the old man's head. He has a huge nose and a very thick beard. He is Ao Genhai. Next to him, sat a graceful girl. The girl has 6 ears, which are crystal white and quite cute. Lu Kaling. After the Dragon Demon clan was destroyed, she fled all the way to the Cauldron Star realm. Because, in the hands of the Dragon clan, there is also an ancestral demon stone token. Ao Genhai finished his tea lightly, then raised his eyes, glanced at Lu Kaling, and said, "If I remember correctly, the person you 6-eared macaque clan wants to save was the one who made trouble for our dragon clan in the past. Even my clan's Dingai divine needle was taken away by him. Now, you asked my clan to take out the ancestral demon stone token to save him. Why?" Hearing this, Lu Kaling said in a deep voice. "Just because of the demon god war in the past, he lifted up the sky with one force and penetrated the 33rd heaven, forcing the heaven and the western Brahma to join forces. Is this enough? Just because he has brought glory to all the demon tribes, is this enough? Don't forget, the existence in heaven pushed your ancestor to the dragon-slaying platform in the past, and it was the person who rescued the soul of your ancestor. Without him, the demonic dragon clan would have been destroyed. Hearing this, Ao Genhai's face darkened and he said, "It's better to say less of this kind of thing. Princess Lu, if you want the ancestral demon stone token, the six-eared macaque clan must come up with enough things in exchange. Otherwise, no need to talk." He was very disdainful. Hearing this, Lu Kaling suddenly looked at him and said, "Oh, is it so? Senior Ao, I wonder if you can afford such benefits." Suddenly, a golden monkey hair appeared in her hand. In an instant, an inexplicable energy came out. Ao Genhai's face changed drastically and he said in shock, "What? His hair, is there any more in this world?" Because of fear, his body was shaking a little. Among the monster clan, everyone doesn't know who doesn't know. A hair of that person is an incarnation of him. If his incarnation really appears, not to mention that he is just the weakest member of the Demon Dragon clan, even if the ancestor of the Demon Dragon clan comes, he will kneel down. No more, no less, there are only 2 or 3 left in our clan. Lu Kaling spoke calmly. Are you threatening me?" Ao Genhai's expression was extremely ugly. "You can think so." Lu Kaling was very indifferent. She looked at Ao Genhai and said, "Senior Ao, will you give it or not?" She slowly picked up the monkey hair. At this moment, she was extremely nervous. Because she knew very well that this monkey hair only had the aura of that person and could not evolve into another incarnation. If there hadn't been a big change in the six-eared macaque clan, she could have relied on the clan's many resources to deal with it, but now she had no choice. If time goes on and the people from the six-eared macaque clan find her, her plan to find the ancestral demon stone token will be even more hindered. I can only take a gamble. And she had learned before that Ao Genhai was suspicious by nature. The more suspicious you are, the more cautious you are, and the more cautious you are, which also means you won't take risks. Faced with this hair, he should choose the most conservative method. Ao Genhai's face was full of hesitation. As a demon king of a generation, he was actually threatened by a little celestial demon like Lu Kaling. But, that monkey hair. He very much doubted its authenticity. But, he really can't afford to gamble. After all, the one who suppressed the entire demonic dragon clan in the past was unable to lift its head. One careless move could lead to catastrophe. Just when he was hesitating, a voice sounded from outside. "The envoy of the Blood Demon clan asks for an audience." Hearing this voice, Lu Kaling's eyes suddenly screamed that it was terrible. The origins of the Blood Demon Ghost clan are mysterious, especially the Netherworld Blood River, which seems to involve ominousness and weirdness. Therefore, since she came to the Cauldron Star realm, she has not dared to use the magical power of the six-eared macaque clan to listen to the Blood Demon clan's information. Unexpectedly, people from the Blood Demon clan came at this moment. "Princess Lu, I'll treat the guests first and give you an answer later, how about that?" Ao Genhai also seized the opportunity to speak, staring into Lu Kaling's eyes. Lu Kaling was extremely anxious, but she could only keep calm and said, "Good." She put away her hair and left. Lu Kaling left. The messenger from the Blood Demon clan walked in. Reporting to Demon Lord Qi, "Our clan has discovered an eternal realm. The demon land is about to be rebuilt. Our clan proposes to hold a demon clan conference." After sending away the envoy of the Blood Demon clan, Ao Genhai invited Lu Kaling out again. "Princess Lu, great news." He smiled slightly and said, "The demon clan conference is about to be held. I would like to elect you as the leader in the demon world at the demon clan conference. I believe that there is an incarnation of that person, commanding the world, and no one dares to disobey. At that time, I will personally present the ancestral demon stone token, how about it? When Lu Kaling heard this, she fell silent. Ao Genhai was too shrewd after all. If she had just worked hard, Ao Genhai might have made a mistake due to nervousness and fear. She had a 50% chance of getting the ancestral demon stone token. But now, the other party only needs to think more to find many flaws. It would be bad to threaten again now. Okay, then I'll trouble you, Demon Lord, and prepare the stone order. That was all she could say. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, I'm really not an unparalleled expert. Author, Xuanhuan. Chapter 544. Cauldron Star Realm. Xuanhuan is dead. In the city of Netherworld, in the giant palace, Xuanming Cheng spoke indifferently. The great ruins realm has not been destroyed. The ancestor is indeed a master of calculation. If we hadn't tested it first and gone there rashly, we might have been doomed. Xue Lushan, Xue Mankang, and others also looked solemn. It was just a small ruins realm, but it actually killed Xuanmei, and even such terrifying stone scales were not destroyed. It has to be scary. According to the ancestors' prediction, since the Great Ruins realm has not been destroyed, the people from the Great Ruins realm will definitely come to our Cauldron Star realm. Swimming City spoke coldly and said, "Lay a dragnet. Sit back and wait. Soon. Dingxing realm, Dingxing City. This huge city is located in the center of the Cauldron Star realm. The Monster Clan Conference will be held here today. All the major demon clans in the Cauldron Star realm have arrived. The leader of the Black Wind Demon Clan is coming with his masters. The Moon-Eating Rabbit tribe is here. The Huangxin tribe has arrived. After the demon world was destroyed, endless demon clans fled and hid in all directions, and the Cauldron Star realm was one of the main bases of the demon clan. There are many monsters. The Demon Peng clan has arrived. A loud shout attracted attention. The Demon Peng clan is one of the three major clans in the Cauldron Star realm. Peng Tianxia, the leader of the Demon Peng clan, has arrived in person. Peng Shanming, the Yaozai of the Yao Peng clan, is also here. It is said that he has just broken through to the heavenly demon realm. A gathering of heroes. The world was shocked. Immediately afterwards, the Demon Dragon clan also arrived. Ao Genhai led many masters to come. In Dingxing City, a huge martial arts stage has been built. Among the Demon clan, the strong are respected. If you want to ascend to the top, you need to pave it with blood. Obviously, the demon land is rebuilt, and this new world needs a new master. Soon, many monster clans arrived around the martial arts stage and took their seats. The three demon kings of the Blood Demon Ghost clan arrived in person. All the Demon King level figures have appeared. This time, it is truly a grand gathering of the Demon clan. In this competition, Demon King level figures will not take action, and the younger generation of elites will be the main force. That's fine. If a Demon King level figure takes action, the demon soil will be destroyed before it can be rebuilt. There was a lot of discussion in the field. Everyone. At this time, an old demon master from the Blood Demon Ghost tribe stood up and spoke loudly. Just a few days ago, we discovered a constant world. There is hope for the reconstruction of demonic land. Today, the Monster Clan Conference is held here to elect a clan as the leader to lead everyone to capture the Hung realm and rebuild the demon land. According to the ancient tradition of the demon world, the winner is king. Today, anyone below the Demon King level and no more than 600 years old can participate in the battle. Start. The words fell. The venue was extremely lively. Fu Tian, the demon from the Bat tribe, please give me a fight. There are young masters directly taking the stage to challenge. The war begins. The young and middle-aged generation of strong men from all ethnic groups are taking action at this moment. The war soon became intense. However, the people from the three major demon clans have not taken action yet. A bunch of stinky fish and rotten shrimps dare to come and fight for it. Grandpa, I'll go. In the area of the demonic dragon clan, a young man with a tall head spoke. He is Ao Genhai's direct grandson, Ao Tang. At this moment, he couldn't help but take action. However, Ao Genhai smiled slightly and said, Tang Princess Lu is here, it's not your turn to take action yet. As he spoke, he looked at Lu Kaling leisurely and said, Princess Lu, the six-eared macaque clan is the royal family among the demon clan. You are an unparalleled figure. Please take action and seize the leader. How about that? When you win the leadership, our demon dragon clan will definitely regard you as the new lord of the demon realm, and we will also present you with the ancestral demon stone token. In the past few days, he has become more and more suspicious. The more I thought about it, the more I felt that something was wrong with Lu Kaling. He suspected that the monkey hair in Lu Kaling's hand might be a scam. Moreover, for such a big event, there are no other masters from the six-eared macaque tribe to accompany and escort. Very strange. Now, he decided to use this conference to see Lu Kaling's background. Lu Kaling's heart sank. Now the situation is getting more and more complicated, and Ao Genhai has become suspicious. The best thing for her to do is, to leave directly. However, if you don't get the ancestral demon stone token. She suddenly took a deep breath, stood up immediately, and said, I hope Senior Ao will keep his promise. After saying that, she took a step down and appeared on the martial arts stage. Lu Kaling, the princess of the six-eared macaque clan, comes to fight. She spoke calmly. As soon as the words came out, the surrounding demon clan were shocked. What? The six-eared macaque clan, are all the people from this clan here? The six-eared macaque clan is a royal clan. The princess of the six-eared macaque tribe has arrived in person. It seems that there is hope for the reconstruction of the demon world. Hot discussion. Even Swallow Mountain, Swimming City, and the Demon Peng clan, Demon Lord Peng Tianxia, all had their eyes on Lu Kaling. Lu Kaling showed great strength as soon as he took action. Soon, she lost to 7 geniuses in a row. It triggered bursts of exclamations, the six-eared macaque clan is too strong. You guys, go try out the depth of this princess. The Demon Peng tribe and Peng Tianxia looked at the young men indifferently. Immediately, those young men took action. They are all geniuses among the Yao Peng clan, second only to Yaozai Peng Shanming, and their cultivation is very powerful. Lu Kaling's battle was much more difficult this time. He had fought many times in a row. No matter how strong he was already a little exhausted. Mainly, she is alone. There is no doubt that the Demon Dragon clan will never help her, and she is also fighting on behalf of the six-eared macaque clan, and no one else can take over. Boom! There was another loud noise, and another genius from the Demon Peng clan was knocked away after fighting Lu Kaling for more than 70 rounds. At this moment, Lu Kaling has won 13 games in a row. Her face was covered with sweat, and her breathing was already a little heavy. Haha, the princess of the six-eared macaque tribe? I, Peng Shanming, come to learn from me. Finally, at this time, the demon son of the Peng clan, Peng Shanming K, finally stepped onto the martial arts stage. His aura was very powerful, his face was resolute, and he looked almost middle-aged. In fact, Peng Shanming is over 570 years old. Those over 600 years old are considered middle-aged. To a certain extent, he is an old genius. He releases the air machine. Heavenly Demon Realm. The fifth heaven. At this moment, there was a sensation in the field. Oh my God, you are more than 500 years old and you have become a god. A peerless genius. A remarkable figure has appeared in the Demon Peng clan, and he will surely prosper in the future. Hot discussion in the field. Lu Keiling's beautiful eyes also showed unprecedented pressure. She is less than 100 years old, and her cultivation level is only at the peak of a true demon. At this moment, the enemy we face is in the heavenly demon realm. She was extremely unwilling. If a genius of the same age group from the six-eared macaque tribe came, they would definitely not be weaker than Peng Shanming. But now, she is powerless. It's too difficult to fight alone. Are you going to lose? I'm curious as to why the other geniuses from the six-eared macaque tribe didn't show up. You are too weak, Princess Lu, give up, otherwise, I don't mind tasting the blood of the six-eared macaque clan. Peng Shanming spoke coldly, threatening. Lu Keiling seemed to have no way out. However, at this moment, a voice came from outside the field. Tisk, tisk, an old monster who is more than 500 years old bullies a little girl. If you are not ashamed, I will be ashamed for you. The voice was so clear that everyone in the venue immediately turned their heads to look. I saw a fat man, a young man, and a big black dog, who appeared on the scene at some point. At this moment, the fat man was looking at Peng Shanming on the stage with disdain. Who are these people? Never seen it? You dare to say that Peng Shanming is an old monster? Are you seeking death? Everyone spoke one after another. As for Lu Keiling, when she saw the two people and the dog, she was immediately shocked. She has not forgotten how the Dragon Demon clan was destroyed. These people are monsters who dare to roast the Dragon Monster clan and eat it. It can even suppress the terrifying mist of disaster, its origins are unimaginable. Now, the other party is actually here? She didn't know why, but she suddenly felt in her heart that, all the monsters here might be in danger. And at this moment, in the area where the Blood Demon Ghost clan was, a middle-aged man was staring at the dog. The fat man immediately doubted his life. What the hell, am I cursed? Xuanhuan felt that this was too evil. Wherever I go, the evil village will chase me. He really wanted to say, God, why don't you change someone else? I just want to vomit blood. However, at the same time, he did not hesitate and immediately and quietly began to look for a way out. On the martial arts stage, Peng Shanming looked at the two people and the dog with a gloomy face, and said coldly, Who are you? Want to die? His murderous intention had already risen, and he drank. Kneel down and repent for what you just said, otherwise, I will make your soul fly away. After hearing this, Wu Dade walked up to the martial arts stage with a smile, stared at Peng Shanming, looked up and down, and said, Tisk, tisk, more than 500 years old, the meat may be a little old, so it needs to be stewed until it's tender. At this moment, Peng Shanming was inexplicably shuddering under the fat man's gaze. Hearing the fat man's words, he became even more furious. And, how dare you disrespect me? He suddenly rushed towards Wu Dade, and on his body, two terrifying phantoms of rock wings appeared. It was extremely frightening, and the power of the fifth level of the heavenly demon realm was released. This fat man is miserable. This is the 9 transformations of the Demon Peng clan, a great killing technique. Invincible of his generation. Everyone exclaimed. However, on the martial arts stage, facing Peng Shanming's terrifying Peng clan killing skills, Wu Dade raised his hand and grabbed it suddenly. The next moment, the arrogant Peng Shanming actually let out a scream. All his magic power was destroyed, and he was like a chicken, caught in Wu Dade's hand and smashed to the ground. Boom! The martial arts stage was filled with smoke and dust. Everyone was stunned and looked at the scene happening on the stage in disbelief. When the smoke and dust dispersed, they saw Peng Shanming lying down in front of the fat man, his face pale and vomiting blood, as if he couldn't even get up. The fat man smiled slightly, scanned the audience, and said, "A solemn introduction. I am Wu Date of the Dowdy Demon Clan. This, my eldest brother, is Xuanhuan of the Dowdy Demon Clan. Well, of course, there is also the guardian beast of our Dowdy Demon Clan, Dahe. No more today, everyone go to bed early. Fantasy, I'm really not an unparalleled expert." Author, Xuanhuan. Chapter 545. Everyone in the venue stared at the stage in shock. "Peng Shanming, you were defeated like this. In the opponent's hands, he can't even catch a move. A genius from the Demon Peng clan, why do I feel like he has turned into a little chicken? Everyone is incredible." At the same time, they were also confused. The Dowdy Monster Clan? There is no such clan in the demon world. But they do have a very strong demonic aura. The Dowdy Monster Clan, is there such a clan? The Dowdy is a frightening beast in legend, but the Dowdy Demon Clan, no one has ever heard of it. At the same time, in the stands, the Blood Demon Clan Shui Mingcheng and other demon lords, as well as Peng Tianxia, Ao Zhenhai, etc., also paid attention. Especially Shui Mingcheng, who couldn't stop staring at Wu Date on the field. Wu Date's body, indeed had a strong demonic aura. Since entering this world, the big black dog has used magical powers to make Wu Date, Xuanhuan, and himself disguise themselves as monsters. On the field, Wu Date smiled slightly and said, "I heard that the demon land is about to be rebuilt here. We, the Dowdy Demon Clan, are the most suitable to lead everyone." As he spoke, he looked directly towards the area of the Demon Peng clan and said, "The Demon Peng clan, do you accept it?" Seeing this, everyone was a little surprised. This fat man was too courageous. "Just call the Banyao Peng clan." Peng Tianxia's face was gloomy and he said nothing. Seeing this, Wu Date suddenly said solemnly, "Don't accept it? Then don't blame us for using the Dowdy magic on your clan." When he said this, many demon clans around him were shocked. Dowdy magical power? Is the other party going to use some forbidden technique to deal with the Demon Rock clan? However, Wu Date immediately slapped Peng Shanming on the forehead. "Ah!" Peng Shanming let out a scream, and immediately couldn't maintain his human form, and turned into a huge black demon rock. Wu Date started plucking the hair, washing it, and making a fire on the spot, all in one go. Then, he roasted Peng Shanming on the spot. Seeing this scene, the whole audience was stunned. Completely sluggish. "I don't have dazzled eyes, do I? I don't have dazzled eyes, do I? God, what's happening to this world?" Peng Shanming, the Yao Zi from the Yao Peng clan, was roasted. No. Is it so fragrant when Peng Shan bakes it? For a moment, all the monsters in the scene were in an uproar. "Beast, you have insulted my Demon Peng clan too much." Peng Tianxia was furious, and he was so angry that he jumped on his feet. "This is a great disgrace." However, Wu Date said, "What? Can't you, the Demon Peng clan, afford to lose? In the Demon Clan conference, I am willing to admit defeat and take responsibility for my life and death. As a powerful Demon King, do you want to take action? Come on, I will give you a hand." He spoke loudly. Peng Tianxia turned pale with anger, wishing to cut Wu Date into pieces, but he couldn't take action. The Demon King level person taking action, indeed broke the rules. Moreover, before the demon soil was established, the king level power could easily attract the attention of the gods. When Wu Date saw this, he even more shamelessly tore off a piece of roasted golden and translucent rock wing, took a bite, his mouth was full of oil, and said, "It smells so good." As he spoke, he turned back and said, "Damn dog, senior brother Xuanhuan, come and start eating." The big black dog was also irritated and said, "Wow, it's been a long time since I've had roast chicken. I'm a pet. The chicken legs are reserved for me. It jumped onto the martial arts stage, tore off a rock's leg in one bite, and started to eat it. Xuanhuan also stepped forward, calmly tore off the meat, tasted it, and said, "Well, junior brother Dade, he is good at his craftsmanship. But, I just added a little less cumin." Wu Dade said, my craftsmanship is just a little worse than master's." With that said, he tore off the other wing, handed it to Lu Kaling, and said, "Little monkey, we meet again. Come on, fat brother is treating you to this meal." "You're welcome." This little monkey also has clues about rare animals. She wasn't sure last time, so she can't let her run away again this time. Lu Kaling looked complicated. The style of these people is as fierce as ever. The same thing happened last time, when the three ancestors of the human dragon monster clan were directly roasted. She was almost a little suspicious. Did these people find the Star Realm after they had eaten up the dragon monster clan and had no more to eat? It can't really be the legendary Doughty, right? It's so delicious. She thought for a moment and gritted her teeth. She had reached this point anyway, so she didn't care about it anymore. She took the rock wing and started eating. As soon as she ate, she couldn't stop. It's really, very fragrant. These people's barbecue skills seem to be very skilled, very good. 3 people and 1 dog, eating on the spot. All the demon clan exploded. "Damn it, you actually eat it." "I believe it. These guys are really the legendary gluttons who have turned into monsters. Is this the humming Doughty magic? I'm convinced, but it smells really good." Countless demon clans spoke one after another. In the stands, Pentiangzia was extremely angry. He was furious, turned back suddenly, and said, "You 4 go together. Let me cut these people into pieces." Suddenly, behind him, 4 middle-aged strong men suddenly landed on the martial arts stage. "You beast, you actually dare to do such an extermination thing to our demon clan, you will be killed today." One of them spoke coldly. Hearing this, Xuanhuan stood up. After finishing his meal, he glanced at it calmly and said, "Demon Lord level. Okay, you guys, come together." Hearing this, the 4 demon lords' faces became even angrier. "Bold, you." One of them was about to say something, but before he could finish speaking, Xuanhuan had already punched him. "If you don't take action, I will do it myself." Xuanhuan's fist directly covered the 4 demon lords. At this moment, the whole audience was shocked. He is a celestial demon, and he actually wants to kill 4 demon lords at the same time. Are you crazy? This is courting death. Everyone was eclipsed. The 4 demon lords were also furious and attacked Xuanhuan crazily. Xuanhuan's body burst out with unparalleled energy. Under the pressure of the 4 demon lords, he actually felt like he was not falling behind. The realm of these 4 demon lords is not too high, and the strongest one is only the 3rd level demon lord. After all, they are not too old. They are only over 700 years old, which is already quite extraordinary. Xuanhuan's attacks came in all directions. He was like a human-shaped real dragon, roaming the battlefield, and his violent attacks almost destroyed the entire Dingxing city. At the critical moment, a light lit up around the martial arts stage. It was a demon-level power that protected the surroundings. Otherwise, who knows how many people would have been affected. Battle frenzy. Xuanhuan fought bloody battles. Each of his punches contains the terrifying power of rules, and even the rule fields of the 4 demon lords seem to be very fragile in front of him. The main thing is that every watermelon seed eaten by everyone in the small courtyard contains very vast rules of heaven and earth. It is hard to say that ordinary demon lords have a better understanding of the rules than them. Boom. Another divine fist containing the true dragon's way actually smashed the domain of a demon lord. The demon lord spurted out a mouthful of blood and flew backwards, hitting the ground heavily. A demon lord struck Long Xuanhuan on the back with a palm, but Long Xuanhuan actually stood still. He turned around and killed the demon lord in a physical fight, cutting off the demon lord's head alive. The other two demon lords were frightened. Are these still demons? They wanted to escape, but one of them was blasted through the chest by Long Xuanhuan, and the other one was stamped down by Long Xuanhuan. His whole body was covered in blood and flesh, and he was smashed into the ground. He didn't know whether he was alive or dead. It's over. Long Xuanhuan fell from the sky, and the violent sacred power subsided. He was covered in blood, but it was all the blood of the demon Peng clan. At this moment, the entire audience was stunned. Everyone was stunned and the whole place was dead silent. The scene of the battle just now exceeded their imagination. Oh my God, a sky demon killed 4 demon lords. This is a record that only existed in the age of mythology. The Dowdy monster clan, what kind of race is this? Their natural bloodline is terrifying to the extreme. Everyone in the world was horrified. Even Peng Tianxia was stunned at this moment. There was a strong uneasiness in his heart. These young people were only in the realm of celestial demons and could fight against demon lords in lower realms. If they entered the realm of demon lords, I'm afraid even the demon lord can't suppress it. However, under the gaze of everyone in the audience, Long Xuanhuan just patted the dust on his clothes and said to Wu Dade, "Put more cumin this time to make it more fragrant when roasted." Wu Dade. Fantasy, I'm really not an unparalleled expert. Author, Xuanhuan. Chapter 546. What are their origins? In the heavenly demon realm, you can actually fight the demon lord, it's so unbelievable. Could it be that the legendary ancient monster clan that lives in seclusion in a top-secret place has appeared? Everyone was shocked. This boy is very scary. He is just a demon, but his understanding of the rules is not weaker than any other god. Demon Dragon Clan, Ao Genhai spoke solemnly. This kind of character is unheard of and unseen among the demon clan. Moreover, the other party seems to be friends with Lu Kailing. He suddenly felt cautious. It seemed that he was about to re-examine Lu Kailing. If we don't get rid of this son, he will be a big trouble for our family. Peng Tianxia's heart was filled with extremely strong murderous intent. He even wanted to take action himself to kill the genius. On the martial arts stage. Too strong, ridiculously strong. Lu Kailing looked at Long Xuanhuan blankly. Where did these people come from? She remembered that the person who was with the fat man before was a monk. That monk was also very scary. Wu Dade, however, stepped forward and roasted the 4 demon rocks in one go. You can eat to your heart's content this time. Wu Dade was very happy. Long Xuanhuan looked at the field and said, "Who else? Demon Lord level, you can get stronger ones, there is no age limit. He just wants to fight." However, all the races in the field were silent. No one dares to challenge. What a joke, even if 4 Demon Lord level figures were destroyed at the same time, who would dare to fight? Another point is, the price of failure is too heavy. Once defeated, they will be roasted and eaten. Who cannot be cowardly? There was silence. At this moment, the entire demon clan was silent. They all know that those under the age of 600 are not even qualified to stand on the stage, at least they have to be raised by a god. But the God Lord level is also afraid at this moment. Look at you, look at you. When Wu Dade saw this, he looked like he hated iron and said, "You actually don't even dare to come up and beat me. Just these 5 roast chickens. Who can eat them? If the human race next door sees them, they think I, the gluttonous race, can't afford them. Hurry up, there are still many people in our village waiting for a meal." He scanned the room. Hearing this, the mentality of many monster clans even collapsed. Damn it, this gluttonous monster clan actually has a village. Just 2 of them are enough to eat, and a village, how many monsters will it need to eat? At this moment, even the geniuses such as Ao Tang, who had been extremely unruly before, felt a chill and retreated silently. Long Xuanhuan alone can intimidate all the monster clans. It seems that everyone is convinced. Wu Date continued. That's okay. In that case, everyone will respect us, the Dowdy monster clan, as our co-lords, and we will take you to attack the Great Ruins realm. Don't worry, our Dowdy monster clan also understands that world. We will definitely lead everyone deep into the enemy's territory and win the battle. His eyes were shining. Lu Kailing was speechless for a while at this moment. She wanted to say that this guy meant going deep into the enemy's belly, which probably meant literally going deep into the enemy's belly. Very good. Suddenly, a cold voice sounded from the field. Everyone looked and saw that the demon king of the Blood Demon clan, Shui Chen, had stood up at this moment. He stared at Long Xuanhuan and others and sneered slightly. I was just wondering when there was a Dowdy demon clan in the demon world. Now I realize that these few are friends from the Great Ruins realm. I didn't expect you to come so quickly. I'm sorry for being so far away. Hearing this, the crowd was in an uproar. Are they from the Great Ruins realm? That eternal world? We haven't attacked yet, and they're already here to kill us. Immediately, countless demon clans were all on alert. Why was this conference held? It is because the Blood Demon tribe has discovered a permanent realm that is about to take shape, and the demon land will be rebuilt. The general meeting will determine the leader, and he can lead the army to attack the Great Ruins realm. But now, the people from the Great Ruins realm have actually arrived. You are definitely not a demon clan. Swimming Chinch stared at Long Xuanhuan and others and said. Tell me, who are you, what is your purpose here? At this moment, Long Xuanhuan was no longer trying to hide anything. He looked at Swimming City coldly and said. Where did you get this thing? In his hand, a stone scale has appeared. Immediately, the 2 demon kings, Swilushan and Swimang Kong, stood up and stared at Long Xuanhuan. Everything is clear. He can actually hold that stone scale. In the Great Ruins realm, you really have incredible power. They are very afraid. Swimming City, on the other hand, said coldly. Very good. Do you think that relying on you and that Demon King level dog can make you invincible in the Cauldron Star realm? As soon as he finished speaking, he waved his hand suddenly. In an instant, the scene was filled with blood and blood. The Blood Demon clan has already laid a dragnet here. At this moment, the Netherworld's aura circulated, forming countless chains of order, slashing down towards Long Xuanhuan and the others. Destroy it with one force. Long Xuanhuan shouted, bursting out with unparalleled power, the dragon's blood boiling, fighting those chains. Wherever the fist went, countless chains of order were broken. However, the Netherworld chain is vast. After all, there are only a few that he can defeat. Damn dog, don't eat it, move your paws and do it. Wu Dade was also anxious. He held the molten gold ancestral tree in his hand, like a grey mist mace, and bombarded the chain of order. However, the network formed by the chain of order is getting tighter and tighter. The big black dog finished chewing the last leg and burped. At this moment, the dog raised its eyes and suddenly opened its mouth and let out a long roar. Woof 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 woof. A series of terrifying dog barks sounded. The unparalleled sound waves actually roared to break the sky, and many nether chains were broken as if they had been hit by strong winds. This dog demon is too strong. Swilushan and others were shocked. The roar of this dog demon is very terrifying. If it were a head-on fight, none of them might be the opponent of the dog demon. Hee, so what, today, they will die after all. Shui Mingchen's face darkened. He stepped out suddenly, and the Demon King level power burst out, summoning something. The earth trembles and the world panics. The countless demon clans present were terrified at this moment. "Come!" Swimming City shouted loudly, and in an instant, the entire Dingxing City suddenly exploded. In the underground of Dingxing City, endless blood poured out. The torrential blood formed 9 terrifying chains of darkness, and finally turned into a dark red solid demon chain, slashing towards Wu Dade and others. This blood comes from the deepest part of the Netherworld Blood River. It contains a rich source of Netherworld, and even contains a hint of the Netherworld ancestor. 9 dark demon chains appeared, as if they were going to destroy the world. The endless demon clan were all prostrate at this moment. Even Pengtianxia, Ao Genhai and other demon kings were shocked and trembling. If the blood demon clan wants to target them, I'm afraid they will definitely die and become slaves of the Netherworld. Only at this moment did they feel. In this Cauldron Star realm, neither the Demon Peng clan nor the Demon Dragon clan can be compared with the Blood Demon clan. 9 nether demon chains fell. "Dead dog, can this be done?" Wu Dade asked. But the big black dog sniffed the 9 blood chains with its nose and felt a certain smell in them. Its eyes were suddenly full of alertness, and it murmured incredulously. "That kind of thing is still alive. What a shame, is this what the boss was fighting back then? He won't be suppressed by this thing." At this moment, his dog eyes were extremely deep and solemn, and he murmured, "No, we have to find this thing's lair." He suddenly sent a message to Xuanhuan and Wu Dade. Then, he started acting. "Woof woof, I, Xuanhuan, will fight with you." The big black dog looked like he was trying his best, evolving into a powerful monster body. He was simply fighting hard. However, the 9 bloody chains fell, and the big black dog suddenly let out a shrill howl. "Wow, no. What the hell kind of chain is this?" At the same time, Wu Dade and Xuanhuan are also working extremely hard, acting. "Help! I am unwilling." They drank. However, in the end, they were all completely bound by the Netherworld chain. The war came to an end. Everyone in the field was shocked when they saw this scene. And in the sky, Swimming City stood in the boundless blood, like the ruler of all life. He looked down at the big black dog and others, and sneered. "In front of Netherworld, all your resistance and unwillingness are not worth mentioning. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, I'm really not an unparalleled expert. Author, Xuanhuan. Chapter 547. Wu Dade, Xuanhuan, Lu Kaling, and Big Black Dog were all suppressed by the Netherworld chain at this moment. They couldn't move. Seeing this scene, many demon clans breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got it? These people are too strong. Fortunately, the Blood Demon clan has been prepared. Everyone spoke one after another. And even Ao Wushuan, who was about to leave the field, was shocked at this moment. That dog, that fat man, they overturned. That evil little mountain village is going to overturn one day. Is this the sun rising from the west? Is day and night reversed? Is there something wrong with the world? Are you dreaming? He couldn't believe it. However, at this moment, he suddenly became alert. It's not right, it's definitely not right. He remembered that the dog was a trap. Run, run quickly. He only had this idea. But when he turned around, he saw that the people from the Blood Demon clan were already staring at him. The opportunity was fleeting. The people of the Blood Demon clan around him had recovered from their panic. He had no chance to escape. Damn, misstep. Ao Wushuan secretly cursed that he had been tricked by the dog. This was an impossible rhythm. There was a heated discussion in the field, recovering from the panic just now. But, now I feel that the Blood Demon clan is the most terrifying. Many demon clans are extremely afraid of the Blood Demon clan. Especially the Demon Peng clan and Demon Dragon clan, their faces were full of solemnity at this moment. Originally, in their opinion, the Demon Peng clan and the Demon Dragon clan should be able to compete with the Blood Demon clan. Now it seems, if the Blood Demon clan wants to take action, all the Demon clan in the Cauldron Star realm will become nether slaves. This family is very scary. Everyone, is there any other clan that wants to challenge this conference? We, the Blood Demon clan, will stay with us until the end. At this time, Xueming Cheng, who was standing in the endless blood, also spoke coldly. He understood that at this time, no one was afraid of the Blood Demon clan. We, will respect the Blood Demon clan as its leader. We, the Moon-Eating Rabbit clan, have surrendered. The Blood Demon clan is the strongest. It is a good thing to have the Blood Demon clan leading everyone. Many demon clans spoke one after another. No one dared to refute. Even Peng Tianxia, Ao Zhenhai, etc. were silent. Very good. From now on, each tribe will select elites. Tomorrow, our tribe will lead the demon tribes coalition to go to the great ruins Hangzhou to rebuild the demon land and restore the glory of our demon tribe. The words of Xueming City spread throughout the city. The conference came to an end. The news spread all over the world, and the Cauldron Star realm suddenly became a sensation. Soldiers and soldiers came out, and the Demon Clan alliance was quickly formed. In the city of the underworld, in the giant palace, Wu Dade, Long Zixuan and Big Black Dog have been brought here. Lu Kailing, on the other hand, was imprisoned in the city and had not arrived here. After all, Lu Kailing is the princess of the Six-Eared Macaque clan. If Lu Kailing is hurt, that clan will go crazy, and the Blood Demon clan will also be afraid. The three demon kings of Xueming City, Xuelu Mountain, and Xuemankong have arrived, and even the Blood Cauldron Demon King has arrived. You bitch, tell me, what on earth is that yellow smoke? The Blood Cauldron Demon Lord spoke angrily. The big black dog was limp. When he heard this, he became angry and said, "Who are you asking, bitch?" Xueding said, "That bitch is asking you." But as soon as he finished speaking, he realized that he had been tricked by this dog. Suddenly, Xueding jumped in anger and said, "A dog dares to play tricks on me. I will destroy you." Xueming Cheng also spoke calmly at this time and said, "Fourth, don't talk nonsense with it, just search for his soul." Hearing this, Xueding nodded, gritted his teeth and said, "Good." He looked directly at the big black dog, his eyes filled with blood. His life is running out and he has come to an end. Now, he will try his best to find even the slightest clue. But there was a flash of coldness in Xueming Chen's eyes. He knew that the yellow smoke seemed to scare even the ancestors. Maybe there really is some great secret, some great horror. And if that kind of thing is found in the soul search, it will be backlashed. Even the Demon King may not be able to bear it. So, he asked the fourth child to come on. Anyway, the fourth child is already a dead demon. Xueding stared at the big black dog. At this moment, the big black dog was stunned, suddenly seemed to be wilting, and the dog's body was trembling slightly. The demon kings such as Xuelushan knew that this meant that the dog demon had been completely controlled by Xueding. The blood cauldron searched for souls frantically. He saw this scene. An ordinary small mountain village was full of mortals. But one day, the big black dog dug out a piece of yellow paper in the mountain. Long Zixuan and Wu Dade, who were following the big black dog, lit the yellow paper. 2 people and 1 dog, so they got a great opportunity to grow from ordinary people and earth dogs into powerful cultivators. The reason why his blood cauldron was corroded last time was because that ghost-level ghost was the distant ancestor of this damn fat man. At that time, the damn fat man had nothing to do, and was burning paper for his distant ancestor and chanting a few words. What that damn fat guy burned, was the yellow paper dug out by the big black dog. So, he, the mighty blood cauldron demon king, is cold. After watching this scene, Xuanhuan was extremely shocked. That's it? So simple? In an ordinary small village, a dog accidentally found a piece of yellow paper and got a great opportunity. And the reason why he became like this is purely because when he was subduing the ghost master level figure Nether Slave, this damn fat man burned paper for his ancestors and read a few words about the ghost master. Grass. He almost wanted to vomit blood. What kind of bullshit luck is this? What a bloody bad luck. Finally, he finished searching for the soul, and at this moment, the big black dog seemed to have lost its mind under his control. The dog's head kept shaking, and white foam came out of the dog's mouth. That's true. Oh damn fat man, I'll kill you. After Xuanhuan finished searching for the soul, he fell into anger and madness. He grabbed Wu Dade and immediately punched and kicked him. Ah, what are you doing? It's none of my business. Wu Dade suddenly started wailing. Long Xuanhuan was also a little confused. Why did the other party have such strong hatred for junior brother Dade? What's wrong? At this time, Xueming Chen and others stopped Xuanhuan. Wu Dade was already bruised and swollen. After all, although the blood cauldron was no longer working, he was still a demon king level figure. This damn fat man, burn his humming paper and burn me to pieces. Xuanhuan spoke angrily. He immediately told Xuanhuan what he saw. Wu Dade was in pain. When he heard this, everyone was stunned. Damn. Damn dog, you tricked me. He looked at the big black dog angrily, but saw that the big black dog seemed to have not yet recovered from the soul-searching state. The dog was foaming at the mouth and its head was shaking. You act, let the fat man continue to act, just wait for me. Wu Dade felt extremely sad. He had received a beating in vain, but he could not say anything. He could only grit his teeth and swallow it. After hearing this, Xueming Cheng and others were also surprised. It's so simple. So, there's nothing strange about that world, it's just because of one or two pieces of yellow paper. The mouth was full of blood. Yes, a piece of yellow paper actually turned these mortal ants into such geniuses. If we get it, the whole clan will be prosperous. Bloody Mountain's face is even more filled with greed. Swimming Chinj also had a smile on his lips. From this point of view, the previous speculation about the Great Ruins realm was overestimated. It turns out that it was just a dog and two people who unexpectedly found a piece of yellow paper. I will send them to the blood prison. You immediately organize the elites of all races to capture the Great Ruins realm tomorrow. This dog demon is the strongest in that world, and the rest are just rotten fish and shrimps. Xueming Cheng spoke. The other demon kings set off immediately. Xueming City, on the other hand, took the big black dog and others deep into the netherworld blood river. Not long after, they reached the riverbed paved with light white gravel. On his head, a torrent of blood flowed. Vomit. Wu Dade immediately vomited as soon as he came down. Even though during the dive, in order to save their lives, Xueming City used magic to separate the thick blood water, but the smell was still unbearable to Wu Dade and others. This will be your burial place. Swimming Chinch sneered, leaving Wu Dade and others here, and then continued to move forward. Not long after, he saw the bloody Taoist platform in front of him, as well as the huge finger bone on the Taoist platform. Ancestor Qi, as you expected, someone from the Great Ruins realm is coming. They've been caught. After he finished speaking, the finger bones on the blood-colored Taoist platform suddenly trembled slightly, and the voice of the Nether Ancestor immediately sounded, saying, What exactly happened? Xuanhuan City immediately told what happened before and after. After he finished telling the results of the Blood Cauldron's exploration, the Nether Ancestor laughed unbridled. Haha, I guessed it right. If those people lit the yellow smoke, even I would have to retreat. Now it seems that they are indeed dead, and the talismans have been scattered in the universe. The Nether Ancestor laughed triumphantly and said, Go, and capture the Great Ruins realm immediately, and bring back the yellow paper for me. Hearing this, Xuanhuan Chen was immediately overjoyed and said, Yes, Ancestor. He was about to leave immediately, and suddenly said, By the way, Ancestor, those ants from the Great Ruins realm that came to the Cauldron Star realm have been caught and are waiting outside. Do you want to bring them here? The Nether Ancestor said. Bring them in, these ants will have a golden opportunity, and their flesh and blood will also be a great supplement to me. Swimming Chinch left. The Nether Ancestor said to himself. So what if you have suppressed me for eternity? If I don't die, all your old friends will be dead. Ha ha, ha 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 ha. Even you, can't suppress me anymore. He laughed wildly. The blood mist behind the bloody platform seemed to be rolling because of this. Soon, Xuanhuan City arrived with Long Xuanhuan and others who were bound by the nether blood chain. Ancestor, please use it slowly. He withdrew respectfully. On the bloody platform, the finger bone has stood up, as if waiting. When the big black dog saw that bone, the dog's eyes were suddenly shocked. Cauldron Star Realm. The Demon Clan Alliance has been established. Strong men from all races have arrived. At a glance, the coalition forces are densely packed, numbering no less than 5 million. The 5 million demon army are all the elites of the Demon Clan. Princess Lu, please stay with us this time and don't let anyone suppress you again. Ao Genhai sneered. Thanks to his status, Lu Kaling was not imprisoned, but was placed under house arrest. This time he was also brought to the army. At this moment, Ao Genhai fully understood that the monkey hair in Lu Kaling's hand could not evolve into that incarnation at all. He suspected that something had happened to the six-eared macaque clan. Therefore, you have to control Lu Kaling well, maybe it will be of great use in the future. Lu Kaling was silent, she didn't say a word. She always had a feeling, that dog and those two people shouldn't have been suppressed. Maybe, we can still make huge waves. Thinking of this, she couldn't help but look at a middle-aged man in front of the coalition forces. That person was Ao Xuanhuan. Well, this time, we must keep up with this person named Ao. She made up her mind. Let's go, starting from today, the demonic land will be rebuilt under our feet. Swimming Chinch personally led the army and set off in a mighty manner. Ao Xuanhuan, lead the way. He spoke at the same time. And Ao Xuanhuan, who was at the forefront of the coalition forces, was a little nervous at the moment. It's been a long time since I've led such a big team, it's a lot of pressure. However, he took a deep breath, his face was not red, his heart was not beating, his face was as steady as an old dog. Please follow me. With me, Ao Xuanhuan, leading the way, we can go straight to Huanglong, go deep into the enemy's territory, and rebuild the supreme glory of Demon Land. Updates in my dreams. It's really gone this time, night owls, go to sleep. Fantasy, I'm really not an unparalleled expert. Author, Xuanhuan. Chapter 548. No, there is a large area of terrifying evil spirit outside the territory. It seems like an army of monsters is coming. The sentinel responsible for monitoring the void of the universe sent back the news, and suddenly the entire Great Ruins world was in shock. The people were shocked. Zhongzhouyun family and Muling dynasty have joined forces at this moment. According to the monitored situation, the attacker this time is extremely powerful. Yun Yinchen's face was extremely solemn. Now, he has entered the realm of gods and his aura is very powerful. However, even if he felt the evil spirit coming from outside the territory. Also frightened. Among the demon clan's tens of millions of troops, there are definitely demon lord level figures, or even stronger ones. During this period, the strength of cultivators in the Great Ruins realm experienced a surge. Wandering gods, true gods, etc. continued to appear, and there were several deities in the heavenly god realm. But compared to the demon army outside the territory, it is still too weak. In fact, as long as one demon lord comes from the demon army, the current Great Ruins realm can be wiped out. I'll report it to Senior Li. Mu Wanking spoke immediately. Now. A small mountain village, in a small courtyard. I don't know if Long Xuanhuan and the others have found any rare animals. Li Fan hugged Xiaobai and stretched out his hand to scratch Xiaobai's belly. It seemed that the little kitten liked this. He thought it felt good, so he petted the cat when he had nothing to do. The loach meat is almost finished. At the same time, looking at Xiaobai's cat bowl, Li Fan was a little worried. The main thing is that now there are more people in the small courtyard, the small animals have grown up, and their food intake has increased a lot. The landlord's family has no food left. The little wolf can eat 3 large bowls of loach meat in one meal. Now it is a half-grown wolf. It has been fed so well that its fur is shiny and as high as someone's knees. The little unicorn hasn't grown much in size, but it's quite edible. It doesn't tolerate meat or vegetables, and it will eat and drink whatever seems delicious. Lu Rang's little golden calf and Zi Ling's white horse both eat grass. Fortunately, Lu Rang, a grass-growing madman, is here to ensure the rations for 1 cow and 1 horse. What saves Li Fan the most is Tugu Yuking's little red bird and Zhang Li's turtle. The little red bird just pecks at corn, wheat grains, etc. with the native chickens every day. The turtle was more trouble-free and could survive just by eating soil, which surprised Li Fan. Moreover, the turtle's shell was shiny and its body grew longer just by eating soil. Every day when Zhang Li was not playing chess, the turtle would crawl slowly in the yard, eating some soil from the roots of the peach trees from time to time. Looking across the courtyard, Li Fan sighed slightly. His life was becoming more and more difficult now. I'm not too worried about food, after all, there's plenty of land to grow, so there's no shortage. Mainly this meat. I can't supply it. He glanced at the chickens rather resentfully. But just when he had the idea, Yongzi and Xiling had already turned to look at her. The big devil, you can't eat chicken. Yongzi spoke. She has a wide range of interests. In addition to learning chess, backgammon, etc. from Li Fan from time to time, she also practices various skills with other disciples in the courtyard. Recently she is learning painting with Zi Ling. Li Fan sighed slightly and looked away. Chicken, I really can't eat it. It's outrageous, it's simply outrageous, they don't let them eat the chickens they work so hard to raise. As for the fish, Li Fan simply didn't bother to look at it. These disciples wouldn't let him touch it anyway. However, you have to find some way to improve your life. Well, I need to plant more land next year, including potatoes and so on, so that the yield will be high. Along the way, we should expand the breeding, raise more chickens, ducks, geese, pigs, cattle, and sheep, etc., so that we can eat meat every time. The disciples in the small courtyard can also use it. In this way, there should be no shortage of food and drink at home, and this initial food and clothing will be guaranteed. Thinking of this, he couldn't help but sigh. He was a poor child and should have been in charge long ago. What an unfair fate. In this life, I have been a waste in cultivating immortals. I have never even enjoyed the luxurious life of a rich man. However, fortunately, I have a good attitude and have already found comfort and happiness in ordinary life. Otherwise, if it were another time traveler, I would have committed suicide by wiping my neck. Is Senior Li here? At this time, Mu Wanking's voice sounded outside. Yes, Come in. Li Fan spoke. Immediately, Mu Wanqing pushed the door open and entered. Long time no see. How are you lately? Li Fan said. Hearing this, Mu Wanqing said. Senior Qi, everything is fine. The Great Ruins realm has been changing with each passing day recently, and the environment has become extremely good. She was a little excited when she thought of this. The source of heaven's Qi directly reaches the shrub spirit dynasty, and the benefits are huge. Now, she has entered the realm of gods. All this is because of Senior Li. When Li Fan heard this, he couldn't help but nod. Sure enough, Muling village was out of poverty and its life was much better. If people move, they will live, but if trees move, they will die. When I reach the realm of golden elixir, I must take my disciples out to take a good look at the outside world and let them see the magic of immortal cultivators. Senior, Wanqing is here to report to you. Mu Wanqing got straight to the point and said. There are many birds and beasts outside, intending to attack us. She spoke carefully. Originally, she wanted to say that there was a terrifying demon army. However, as soon as I entered the small courtyard, I saw native chickens, carp, and even ants in the yard. She felt that demon army was worse than ants. In front of people like Senior Li, using words like big army and strong man to describe those demon clans, it makes you look so clueless. When Li Fan heard this, he was immediately overjoyed. Birds and beasts? Isn't this just right? I am worrying about my flesh here. Hunting, must hunt. Which, Yuking, all of you, go hunting. He spoke directly. Hearing this, Dugu Yuking and others were also overjoyed. Hunting, this means having a feast. Yes, master. Immediately, a group of disciples packed up their things. However, looking at the things the disciples packed up, Li Fan was almost speechless. Nanfan carried his Qin and Xiling on his back and put on a paintbrush and so on, so he didn't expect any girls to go out hunting like an outing. But Tugu Yuking also brought a broken pen, Qing Chen Guangguan carried a broom, Zhang Li brought a turtle. Is there anyone hunting like this? He couldn't help but remind him and said. Qing Chen, don't just use your old broom. Use the fire stick to catch prey. Zhujian, don't just get the talisman. I'm not asking you to fight ghosts, bring a rope or something to help tie up the prey. Zhang Li, go and bring your master's bow and arrows. Hearing this, Qing Chen, Lin Zhujian and Zhang Li all looked at Li Fan, as if they understood something. Master asked us to bring something, there must be a deep meaning. Qing Chen turned around and went to find the fire stick. Lin Zhujian also went to the woodshed, found a bundle of hemp rope, and hung it on his shoulder. Zhang left the study. Li Fan's bow and arrows were hanging on the wall. However, when Zhang Li touched the bow and arrow, he felt like Mount Tai was pressing down on him, and he was sweating. No, this bow, I can't use it myself. Forget it, this is too much to bully the demon. Zhang Li finally took an arrow from his quiver and left. Master, let's go. Zi Ling and the others immediately spoke and said goodbye to Li Fan. Go ahead, it doesn't matter if you fight more or less, just be careful. Li Fan instructed. Looking at the appearance of this group of disciples, he felt, this kind of hunting was too scary. However, young people must go through some training. Let them make noise. Come on, I'll take you to the fields to look at the wheat. Li Fan picked up the kitten and went out. And at this moment, the Demon Clan's coalition forces are crossing the galaxy. Bingfeng has arrived outside the Degzu star wheel. In the cold void of the universe, there are tens of thousands of demon armies and warships, demon flags stand in many places, and the demon aura soars into the sky, which is very spectacular. Brother Ming Cheng, do you have control over the reality of the Great Ruins realm? On a main battleship, Demon Lord Peng Tianxia asks solemnly towards Xueming City. For this world, many demon clans are a little afraid. After all, Wu Date and other doughty monster clan come from this world. Xueming Cheng smiled slightly and said, "Certainly. In that world, the highest one should not be higher than the true God. Don't be frightened by those dog monsters, they just get some opportunities occasionally. It's just a big ruin world, you and I can destroy it with a snap of our fingers." He was very calm. Hearing this, Peng Tianxia also nodded. The ants in this world have come out. At this time, news came from the warship IQ at the front. The demon army all looked over and saw a lonely warship sailing out of the great ruins. On the warship, there were only a few hundred people visible at a glance. Headed by a group of young men and women, their costumes looked quite weird. There are girls carrying gukin on their backs, monks carrying brooms, all kinds of people. These young men and women were accompanied by various small animals, such as little red birds, turtles, cows, etc. "I went out for a drink today, Brother Meng, and got drunk. I will try my best to write another chapter. You guys need to rest first. I'm going to vomit first. Fantasy, I'm really not an unparalleled expert." Author, Xuanhuan. Chapter 549. Is this the strongest person in the Great Ruins realm? In the entire Eternal Realm, the strongest ones are actually just a few little gods. There are not even god-level figures. It seems that this world is really just superficial. Seeing the warships appearing in the Great Ruins realm, the Demon Clan coalition started talking a lot. On the lonely warship in the Great Ruins realm, Yun Yinchan, Mu Wanking, and others all looked solemn at this moment. So many monsters. Mu Wanking murmured, tens of thousands of monster armies were all over the galaxy. Even if they didn't take action, the soaring monster aura made it almost impossible to breathe. If I guessed correctly, this should be the powerful demon clan hiding in this star field after the demon world was destroyed. Yun Yinchan spoke in a low voice and said, "The Great Ruins realm has been blessed by heaven and earth, and will soon become the eternal realm. Therefore, it has attracted the covetousness and attention of the demon clan. This is definitely a big deal. Such an alliance of monsters would probably be taken seriously even by the divine realm. Because there is a demon king level figure sitting among them. The Great Ruins realm, the pressure is too great. The rest of the people were even more worried. The disparity in strength is too great." However, at this time, Lu Rang and a group of disciples' eyes were shining. "Tisk, tisk, there are tens of millions of troops, and they are all monsters." Lu Rang's eyes flashed and he said, "Developed, developed." Dugu Yuking's face was also filled with joy and expectation, and she said, "Senior brother Xuanhuan and junior brother Date are not here this time. There are enough demon clans to divide us. No one of us is allowed to escape." "That's good, that's right. It makes sense. Let's do it quickly. It's important to save him." Qing Chen couldn't help but step forward. Listening to their words, Yun Yinchan and others were immediately speechless. This group of young people are as tough as ever. Facing an army of tens of millions, it's like they're sharing some food, still scrambling. "Junior brother Yuking, please call the formation." At this time, Nanfan spoke lightly. Dugu Yuking nodded, immediately stood up, glanced at the endless army of monsters, and shouted, "Who dares to fight? Challenge!" Among the Demon Clan Alliance, when they saw someone on the Great Ruins realm warship actually daring to provoke, they all sneered and scorned. "It's ridiculous for a small fly to shake a big tree. How dare a little god dare to use a mantis as a chariot? Haha, how can such a group of ants deserve to occupy an eternal world? Kill them all. With an eternal realm, we will be able to rebuild the demonic land." The various races that were still wary at first were all wary now and were extremely contemptuous. "Haha, with such a group of ants, Why do we need an army to take action? We, the demonic snake tribe, will take care of them. Among the demon clan alliance, a demon lord from the demon snake clan even sneered and said with a wave of his hand, "Go and destroy them." Immediately, the strong men of the demonic snake clan charged towards the lonely warship. There are more than a dozen heavenly demons among them. Duguyuking took one step forward and raised his hand. In an instant, the sword energy was like a rainbow, and the sword light stretched thousands of miles across the galaxy. No. What kind of sword skill is this? A group of strong men from the demonic snake tribe were immediately shocked. They felt, this sword energy could kill them. Immediately, these dozens of heavenly demons resisted with all their strength, but under the sword energy, only pieces of blood were seen. Total destruction. Upon seeing this, there was a sudden commotion among the demon clan alliance. So strong, this person is a genius. His cultivation level is very likely to be as strong as that of Long Xuanhuan. Be careful, Sky Demon level, don't go and die. Many monsters spoke solemnly. Killing a dozen heavenly demons of the same realm with one sword, it's so extraordinary. I don't believe it. A mere big ruin world can produce so many monsters. The demon lord of the demonic snake clan became angry. He turned into a terrifying big snake and swept towards Duguyuking. He displayed the demon lord level domain and saw countless poisonous snakes appearing in the star domain, attacking Duguyuking. Duguyuking just said lightly, "Red, let's go, let's kill the enemy." He took one step forward and rushed directly into the demon lord's domain. The sword energy is everywhere, and no poisonous snake in the field can touch him. At the same time, the Suzaku bird on his shoulder now spreads its wings and flies towards the sky. The figure of the little red bird actually gradually grew in size as it flew, reaching a length of about 1 meter. Moreover, all around Suzaku, fierce Suzaku flames burned, bringing with it a monstrous heat wave and rushing into the demon lord's domain at extremely fast speeds, like a flaming meteor. Suzaku flies across the sky. Wherever he went, the entire demon lord's domain seemed to be burned to create a vacuum path, and the endless poisonous snakes completely disappeared. The Suzaku was like a flaming meteor, rushing directly towards the demon lord of the demonic snake clan. Seeing this scene, the demon clan was all shocked. What is that? Flame bird? No. The flame that can burn the demon lord level realm, is it Suzaku? Impossible, how could a legendary creature like Suzaku appear? Everyone was extremely surprised. Even on the main battleship, Demon Lord Peng Tianxia's eyes shot out a ray of light and said in shock, "Even if it's not a pure-blooded Suzaku, I'm afraid it still has some of Suzaku's true blood. Must get it." He trailed off. In an instant, 4 powerful demon lords from the Demon Peng clan took action. They were extremely fast, appeared around Suzaku, and took action together. Suddenly, a terrifying rule field was formed. Suzaku's speed suddenly slowed down. "Brothers, take down this monster bird quickly." The demon lord of the demonic snake clan was already so frightened that he turned pale when he saw this and shouted hurriedly. However, at this moment, Duguyuking, who was behind him, suddenly saw a sword appearing in front of him. It is a sword of rules, mysterious and unparalleled in its sacredness. The sword is in front of him, rising and falling uncertainly. Duguyuking was like an invincible sword master. He suddenly raised his hand and shouted, "I have a sword, to wipe out the demon realm." The sword of rules suddenly flew out. This sword struck last but came first, as if it had traveled through the world and space, bringing with it the endless rules of the sword and penetrating the realm of rules formed by the 4 demon masters of the Demon Peng clan at an unimaginable speed. Boom! In an instant, the realm of rules was actually broken open. The sword is unstoppable. At this moment, the red bird flew across the sky, the flames surged, and the stars were astonished. The sword's intention rushes into the night, and the 3,000 Dao are boiling together, moving the ghosts and gods. No. The demon lord of the demonic snake clan shrank his pupils and his whole body was trembling as he looked at the rushing Suzaku in disbelief. He only had one thought. Escape. However, the flames had already swept over, and before it died, it saw that the bird seemed to have turned into flames, as if it was an elf born from the sacred flame. Ah! A shrill scream. Death came as expected. The next moment, Suzaku was already carrying a roasted big snake, flying back to Tuguyuking, and made one or two clear calls towards Tuguyuking, as if asking for something. Tuguyuking thought for a moment, then suddenly turned around, looked at Qing Chen, and said, "Junior brother Qing Chen, can you borrow some seasoning? Without seasoning, snake meat probably wouldn't taste very good. Clean dust. Coding while drunk. No more, let's go to sleep. Let's talk about the realm. True demon equals true god equals true ghost. Celestial demon equals celestial god equals celestial ghost. Demon lord equals divine lord equals ghost lord. Demon lord equals divine lord equals ghost lord. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, I'm really not an unparalleled expert. Author, Xuanhuan. Chapter 550. Suzaku flew across the sky, breaking through the realm of the four demon lords' rules with one sword. At this moment, the demon clan was shocked. Monster, real monster, what kind of swordsmanship is that? It's so defiant. Is that a divine sword condensed with rules? I actually have a feeling that that sword seems to be condensed with rules as vast as the sea. It's very scary. He's a dangerous person on the same level as Long Xuanhuan. Moreover, even with the Firebird as his demon lord level, he may not be able to take him down. Everyone in the demon clan was talking about it, and their expressions became solemn. Even on the main battleship, Shueming Cheng and other demon lords flashed a look of solemnity at this moment. I don't feel right. Ao Genhai spoke suspiciously. Why worry too much? No matter how talented you are, they are just a group of ants in the realm of gods. The demon lord Xueding of the blood demon clan was already impatient and said, I'll take action. He doesn't have long to live, and the star realm in front of him is his only hope to save his life, and he can no longer hold back. However, Shueming Cheng just said lightly. Don't worry, let's try it again. I really want to see if the animals around these ants, all have the blood of mythical beasts. Immediately, he waved his hand. Demon Lord level, take action. The Blood Demon Clan, a powerful pinnacle level demon lord, immediately shouted. Dozens of blood demons rise into the sky. He rushed towards the lone Great Ruins realm warship. At the same time, demon lord level figures from the Demon Peng clan, Demon Dragon clan and other clans also took action. They have all witnessed Long Xuanhuan's terrifying record of fighting four demon lords in the realm of gods, so they will not rely on others and join forces to attack now. There were dozens of demon lord level experts, the demonic aura filled the air, and the sky shook. In the Great Ruins realm, on the warship, Tuguyuking had already sprinkled condiments on Suzaku's big snake, and Suzaku was eating the big snake. Soon, the big snake was almost eaten. This bird is really useful. Qing Chen spoke with emotion and said. Catch and barbecue, in an instant, it saves trouble, it's so easy. Lin Zhuhan also nodded and said, it's a pity that Suzaku didn't control the heat well, and some places were burnt. Even Zi Ling couldn't help but say, besides, junior brother Yuking put too much salt, you think you can't even eat a large piece of roasted snake meat. Mu Wanqing, Yun Yinchan and others were originally under great pressure and very nervous when they saw the enemy demon lord level people take action, but now when they heard their comments, they almost vomited blood. This is really hunting. We even ate it on the spot. That was the Monster Clan alliance. In the eyes of these people, was it just a walking granary? They couldn't imagine it. Meet the enemy. At this time, Nanfan spoke calmly. Everyone has been impatient for a long time, and now they are all stepping out of the warship. The first 10 demon lords, I want them. Duguyuking shouted loudly and waved his hand, and Suzaku followed him by his side and rushed away with overwhelming momentum. A single grass in the blue sky for eternity, kill 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 kill, green 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 green. Lu Rang held a pot of grass, rode a sacred bull, and rushed towards the enemy camp. Dear demon lords, it is better to be saved by a young monk than to be saved by a little monk and be reborn in bliss. Qing Chen held a broom, smiled slightly, and stepped into the enemy's formation. Every step Lin Zhujian took was as if there were runes that shocked the world. Behind him, a vision appeared. In the endless sea of runes, a rune formed by rules dominated the entire ocean. On his shoulder, the little unicorn waved its hooves and howled. The 4 of them have already entered the enemy formation. In an instant, the war broke out. A bunch of ants, how dare you fight against the monster? Court death. The demon lord level figure shouted, and the terrifying demon realm was superimposed one after another. The entire starfield seemed to have turned into a sea of demon energy and a universe of rules. And the 4 people who rushed towards them suddenly erupted into terrifying fluctuations. With Duguyuking Suzaku as his assistant, the flames spread across the sky. Wherever it went, even demon lord level figures were afraid of it. A sword of rules appeared and appeared, as if it could cut down everything. Lu Rang held a piece of grass in his hand. The grass seemed to have the aura of reincarnation lingering around it. Now it had grown 3 leaves. 1 leaf was cut out, and the shadows in the sky broke through the sky. The grass in his hand was the same as when he broke through to the realm of gods. The grass of the comprehended rules overlapped together, and the power was astonishing. At the same time, the sacred bull under him was glowing with golden light, its roar shook the sky, and it rushed through the battle formation, invincible. The Qing Chen monk's robes were clean and otherworldly, but his eyes were shining as he looked at a demon lord, dancing wildly with a broom in his hand, while shouting. Beggar's chicken donor, why should you refuse the monk's salvation? Braised rabbit head donor, don't be afraid. And you, don't think that you are unscrupulous just because you are covered in blood. There is a dish called Xuanhuan in my master's recipe. Listening to his words, the group of demon lords were extremely angry. Too much hatred. The dignified demon lord of the Peng clan is called the beggar chicken, and the strong man of the moon-eating rabbit clan is referred to as a braised rabbit head. Even the master of the blood demon clan, this guy dares to shout, to make Xuanhuan. Kill this monster monk. Damn, I finally understand. These people are definitely from the same place as Wu Dade. A group of demon masters were hateful and angry, but at the same time they were sure that this style was definitely that of the gluttonous demon clan, who looked at everything as if it were food. In comparison, Lin Zhujian seems mysterious and unpredictable. Since he understood the rules of the talisman, he has gone one step further in drawing the talisman. Now, even in the midst of the war, there are almost no traces of his drawing of talismans. His every gesture is a talisman, in line with the way of heaven and earth, elusive and unfathomable. Thunder is coming. Lin Zhujian raised his hand and pointed towards a demon lord. In an instant, rolling thunder appeared from the void and bombarded the demon lord, scaring the demon lord into a state of disgrace. Because this method is so outrageous, the thunder from the sky would be a legendary disaster. Normally speaking, only those who forcibly snatch Tao fruit from heaven and earth will face the disaster of thunder. There were only 4 people, but at this moment, they blocked nearly 50 demon lord level experts. Moreover, they are only in the realm of gods. This scene shocked the demon army. Everyone is so outrageous. What is the background of this world? Monsters, they are all monsters. There was a commotion among the monster army. Their realm is indeed only the realm of gods, but the rules they understand are very terrifying. At this time, some powerful elders also spoke up to clarify their doubts, saying, generally speaking, in the realm of gods, one can only perceive the existence of the rules of heaven and earth. Only in the realm of gods can one imitate the realm of rules. However, they have already understood and mastered the rules in the God realm. This is beyond the scope of the God realm. Even the God Lord may not be able to do this. Another old strong man also murmured. Yes, I have a frightening feeling. The rules they understand, how come they are at the level of the rules of heaven? Even if the God Lord wants to imitate the rules of heaven and earth, there are limits. I simply don't dare to observe or imitate the rules of the heavenly Deo level. Because if you touch the rules of heaven before you have the Tao fruit, if you are not careful, your body will die and your Tao will disappear. But the rules mastered by these young people in front of them, are obviously beyond the ordinary. Very scary. The animals around them are also very unnatural. Except for the fire bird, the cow, should have a trace of the divine blood of the ancient sacred cow. The unicorn probably also contains some blood of ancient ancestors, and is not a hybrid unicorn from later generations. At the same time, the power displayed by the little animals around Lu Rang and others also surprised everyone. Xuanhuan, didn't you say that the only powerful people in this world are the dog demon, Wu Dade, and Long Zixuan? At this time, Xue Mingcheng suddenly asked. According to what the blood cauldron soul searcher saw, the big black dog and other powerful men appeared because they accidentally obtained a piece of yellow paper, and after lighting it, several powerful men were created. But now it seems that there are clearly many more in this great ruins realm. Xueding was also puzzled at this moment and said, I don't know either, could it be that many people in this world have obtained yellow paper? Xue Mingchen nodded thoughtfully. He recalled that when Xueding searched for the soul of the big black dog, the big black dog clearly had no power to resist. Maybe, there was just a little hiccup. Let's end this meaningless battle. Conquer the great ruins realm as soon as possible and rebuild the demonic land as soon as possible. He spoke indifferently. In an instant, the demon army no longer waited. Kill! Kill! The endless army of monsters rushes away. Outside the great ruins, there is only one warship. In front of the vast demon army, it is like a powerless withered leaf that will be swept away at any time. At this moment, on the warship, Nanfan spoke lightly and said, meet the enemy. Fantasy, I'm really not an unparalleled expert. Author, Xuanhuan. Chapter 551. The demon army rushed away with a roar. The demonic auras soared into the sky and the stars trembled. There are so many true demons, heavenly demons are everywhere, and at a glance, there are hundreds of demon masters. After all, this part of the demon clan is the living force that fled to the remote star field to hide in the remote star field after the demon world was destroyed in the past. They are too strong. In addition to Zhuge Yuqing, Lu Rang, Lin Zhuchen, and Qing Chen who had already taken action, the rest of the people also took action at this moment. Nanfan appeared in front of the demon army, and she suddenly closed her eyes. She did not take off the long harp on her back, but a harp of rules appeared in front of her. She closed her eyes and played the piano of rules with her slender hands. The sound of the piano is transcendent, like the great moral sound of the world. The notes fly and fill the sky. In an instant, all the monsters in the area of thousands of miles enveloped by the sound of her piano were startled. Everyone who was so murderous just now actually stopped at this moment, with a look of confusion on their faces, and then their expressions became extremely peaceful. It's like hearing the most wonderful music in the world, realizing the true meaning of spiritual practice, and forgetting all the fighting in the world. Forget the dust and pursue the Tao. Many demon cultivators are enlightening on the spot and are making breakthroughs. Even several of the demon lord level powerhouses were shocked. They felt that under the sound of the piano, their understanding of the rules of the avenue was rapidly deepening, and their own rule fields were subconsciously released. What's going on? This girl's music is actually helping us. Quick, this is a great opportunity. If you hear her music, you will have a breakthrough. Many demon cultivators were surprised and hurriedly ran to the field of Nanfan's music. Countless demon clans have broken through and improved greatly. Wrong. Suddenly, a demon lord noticed something and said, "The sound of her piano is weird, putting people in danger of becoming a Taoist." He quickly blocked his ears. However, it was already too late at this moment. Tens of thousands of demon cultivators instantly turned into fragments of rules and disappeared into the star field, leaving not even their bones behind. Only a few demon lords were still alive, but they were also terrified at this moment. This was too weird. Although the sound of the piano did not directly destroy them, it made them tend to become Taoists. Plug her ears and kill her. A demon lord roared. However, as soon as he finished his roar, his whole face suddenly turned pale and he suddenly spurted out a mouthful of blood. I saw that in his rule field, the shadow of a white wolf unexpectedly appeared at some point. The snow-white wolf, as noble as the moon, is like the divine wolf respected by all beasts, breaking its realm of rules. This is the heavenly wolf of Nanfan. When she plays the piano, the Dao realm of the demon lord level figure is unleashed, and every flaw in it is revealed. And Sirius's observation ability is extremely terrifying. Without a sound, he has already broken the rule domain of a demon lord. The demon lord was seriously injured on the spot and was almost dying. The other demon lords tried to help, but the sound of Nanfan's piano suddenly changed, and the sound waves turned into terrifying weapons, etc., attacking and killing. Several demon lords immediately resisted with difficulty. Zi Ling is painting on the sky. Her painting has not been completed yet. At this moment, taking into account the situation on the field, she will send Subakian to any position on the battlefield. At the same time, although the painting in Zi Ling's hand has not yet been completed, large areas of demon cultivators have disappeared. Because, Yongzi is painting. It turns out that painting is so fun. Her face was very excited. During this period, when she was bored in the courtyard, she learned a little bit about everything. At this moment, she was reproducing Zi Ling's painting skills. From the beginning, she painted a dozen people at a time, then hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people. She has painted more than a dozen paintings continuously. At the same time, she scattered the completed paintings into the battlefield. Suddenly, the army of monsters who had become slaves of the paintings reappeared, but turned against the monsters. Sister Yongzi's understanding is too terrifying. Even Zi Ling, while painting, had a hint of surprise in her big eyes. Yongzi learns very quickly. Gong Ya, on the other hand, took a deep breath at this moment. Suddenly, she meditated on a vast teapot in front of the battlefield. The pot of rules. The teapot was swallowing up the world. Under the suppression, all the rules of the demon clan were stripped and melted, and the demon clan turned into useless people. Xianning stood with her hands behind her hands and walked on the battlefield. She looked harmless and her big eyes were very clear. However, when the endless demon army appeared in front of her, she just shook her head slightly and said, "It's so bad to fight and kill. Haven't you ever studied Songli Sing? I'll read it to you." As she spoke, she began to recite poetry. The armor is infested with lice, and thousands of people die from it. White bones are exposed in the wild, and there is no rooster crow for thousands of miles. One thing is left behind for all living things, and the thought of it will break people's hearts. At this moment, a book of rules seemed to appear behind her. The book of rules flipped as she chanted, and golden words rose up one by one on the pages. In each word, there was something like it contains the rules of the Great Road. The characters merged with the world. At this moment, the space where hundreds of thousands of monsters were located in front of Xuanhuan suddenly changed, as if there was a mysterious force operating, and the chi machine cut off tens of millions of weights. Death is the surname of all people, and death is permeating the air. Countless demon clans have lost their vitality and died on the spot. Bones are exposed in the wild, rot is growing, countless corpses have turned into pus, and the bones are thick. There is no rooster crow for thousands of miles, no one can escape in the starry sky, the deathly silence is cruel. In an instant, hundreds of thousands of monsters were killed by this mysterious avenue, leaving no trace behind. Extremely shocked. What kind of forbidden curse are you chanting? Those who survived were almost all demon lord level experts. At this moment, they were also scared. How are you still fighting this? Such a little girl just recited a few sentences. Xuanhuan blinked and said. This is not a forbidden curse. This is an ancient poem. You need to learn more ancient poems, you know? If you learn ancient poems, you will know that fighting and killing is not good at all. It is too cruel, too cruel. Hearing this, the remaining demon masters couldn't help but feel their scalps numb. They really want to say, damn, you still say that beating and killing is cruel? Cruel. Look at the bones of hundreds of thousands of monsters, who is cruel? Which, I'll kill you. A demon lord was frightened and killed him. Xuanhuan sighed slightly and said. Why do you always think about killing people? Well, if you have to kill people, then you should learn Cultivation. She stepped forward calmly and said. Kill one person in 10 steps and leave no trace in 1,000 miles. Hello. The book of rules was flipped, and thousands of major Tao Chi machines fell, understanding the underlying cause and effect and affecting the flow of time and space. No. The demon lord cried out loudly. He felt that his life was being strangled inexplicably. He seemed to be wiped out from the cause and effect of this world. The next moment, this demon lord was torn into pieces. Died. But Xuanhuan calmly stepped over his body and continued to move forward. The remaining demon lords were all trembling at this moment. The battle is heating up. However, even though Nanfang, Xuanhuan, Duguyuking, and others had astonishing combat power, they faced too many monster armies. The army of tens of millions of monsters was like a flood. They are just like a few stone pillars blocking the flood. The flood can't shake them, but they can't block the vast current. Even though Yun Yinchan, Mu Wanqing, and others were fighting like crazy, it was difficult to stabilize the overall situation. Moreover, everyone's divine power is also being consumed in huge amounts. As time went by, the demon tribe attacked crazily, and their situation became increasingly difficult. They can fight alone against demon lord level experts several times their own, which is incredible, but now it's not several times better, but dozens of times. There are countless celestial demon levels and true demon levels. The enemy army is like a sea. Soon, Duguyuking and others were almost all injured. The battle is tough. Subakian was running around rescuing people, and she was already sweating profusely. As time goes by, many demon clans have broken through their front lines and are about to rush into the Great Ruins realm. It's my turn. At this time, Zhongli sat alone on the lonely warship in the Great Ruins realm and spoke calmly. In front of him, there was a table. There was no chessboard on the table, only a ghost lying quietly, chewing on a piece of hard mud. Zhongli raised his hand and made a move. Endless black and white chess lines spread out overwhelmingly, forming a huge chessboard. This chessboard is extremely vast, stretching for nearly 1,000,000 miles. This chessboard is made of rules. Moreover, under the expectation transformed by the rules, there seemed to be a vague shadow of a terrifying giant turtle. That turtle seemed to be able to carry the sky on its back. Relying on Zhang Li's strength alone, even if he understood the chessboard of rules, it would be difficult to achieve this step, but now, Xuanhuan's strength has doubled, and joining forces with him, is too strong. Half of the demon clan's tens of millions of troops, are now enveloped by this chessboard. It's over, are you really no longer a human being? At this moment, Zhuge Yuqing and others were stunned. They turned around and looked at Zhang Li. There was clearly some fear in their eyes. No. Lu Rang said directly, can this still be played? It's too much, junior brother Zhang Li, I would like to advise you, you can't control it. Qing Chen also spoke. But Zhang Li smiled slightly and said, Senior brothers, don't worry, I'm only defending. As long as they don't intrude on the Great Ruins realm and stay in the battlefield with peace of mind, then they will be safe. In fact, maintaining a million-mile chessboard has pushed Zhang Li's strength to the limit. The area where he can really take the initiative to destroy the land, is only about 100,000 miles away, and he can probably kill hundreds of thousands of monsters at a time. The war is heating up. This world does contain great opportunities. On the main battleship behind the monster army, Xuanhuan suddenly spoke. He stood up. Have you ever noticed that these ants are actually using our demon clan alliance as a whetstone to hone themselves? He spoke. Yes, these ants are very bold. Through fighting, they seem to push themselves to the limit. I want to break through the limits. Peng Tianxia also looked very solemn. Even though they are demon kings, they are deeply shocked at this moment. They dare to break through in this way. Even among the demon clan, they are peerless geniuses that are rare to see throughout the ages. Now there is a group of. I have already felt that the energy of heaven and earth is moving, and they are about to enter the realm of the God Lord. Xuanhuan suddenly smiled and said. If at this time, they find that the heaven and earth have lost all sound, the avenue is silent, and what awaits them is not a leap but a cliff of 10,000 feet, do you think these geniuses will collapse in their hearts? Hearing this, Ao Zhenhai and others were shocked. Brother Ming Cheng means. Xuanhuan said word by word calmly. To prove the realm of the Divine Master, you need to imitate the Great Avenue and form your own Divine Master realm. There are only two ways to do this. One is to obtain the divine gift and advance through observing the path of the predecessors. The second is to seek it from the great avenue of heaven and earth and observe the chi of heaven and earth. The way of creation. Originally, I was still doubting whether there would be a God Lord or a God-level powerhouse hiding in the Great Ruins realm. But now it seems that there is not. Because these ants push themselves to the limit to seek breakthroughs, which means they can only rely on themselves. There is no divine master or divine king who can give them the rules and regulations for them to observe. So, they're going to go the second way. There was a smile in his eyes and he said. What if we join forces to block the entire chi movement between heaven and earth? The way of heaven is not revealed. They reach the limit but cannot break through, what awaits them is death. Hearing this, many demon kings looked stern, and then they were overjoyed.